So should the delivery apps do away with the word tip? Now, if you don't know what tip stands for, it stands for to ensure promptness. Now, with the delivery apps, when somebody orders their food, they can leave a tip up front, which of course entices us drivers to pick up the order and deliver it. When there's no tip there, the order is going to be like $2 or $3, which I'm not going to pick up an order, use my own car, my own gas to deliver the order. So tip can be kind of confusing. At least the wording can be kind of confusing for somebody that's ordering food. They're like, why am I tipping up front? I haven't even gotten my food, which I can totally understand. They don't understand necessarily how this all works, that we're not going to take an order for $2 or $3, use our own car, use our own gas, use our own time, and drop off the order hoping to get a tip. I've taken orders in the past as an experiment that were really low and never got a tip on the order. I've also done some shopping orders hoping to get a tip. You go in there, you shop, and you don't get anything for your time. So with the delivery apps, do you guys think the term tips should be changed to something else? Now, this brings up a good question because I came across a Reddit post by somebody, and this is what it says. It's titled, "Can we stop calling it a tip?" JFC, a tip is a sum of money customarily given by a customer to someone for the service they have performed, in addition to the basic price of service. The key point here is for the service they have performed. Tipping in advance of the service that is expected to be performed is not tipping. It is payment for the service you desire. It is not a tip. It is simply the customer bidding on the service that they desire because the company, Uber in this case, is too cheap to pay their employees a livable wage. I think everyone would be better served if instead of referring to it as a tip, it was called a bid, or similar to convey the reality of the situation, i.e., if you do not bid on the service, or if you bid an unacceptable amount, no one will perform the service on your behalf. Then, once the service has been performed, the customer would have the option to add a tip for a job well done, if in fact it was done well. So let me know what you guys think about this. I've heard this time and time again, which it does make sense to change the word tip, make it a bid for service. But as a customer, how would a customer feel about seeing a bid for service? Most people are going to say, well, Uber Eats needs to pay their drivers more, which I completely agree, because a lot of the cost is being put off on the customer. The food's more expensive ordering on the app. They have service fees, and then on top of that, there is the upfront tip, which throws a lot of customers off. But on our end, as drivers, again, using our own car, putting gas in our car to drive these orders to the customer, we're not going to do it for base pay, $2 or $3. It just doesn't make any sense. And it doesn't make any sense to hope or expect you're going to get a tip, because we're going to be disappointed most of the time. Most people aren't going to tip later on. That's just the reality of it. I'm sure there's a few out there that have good intentions and they will tip, but you can't put that across the board and expect everybody to tip. I do not believe that that would happen, and we would be out here losing money, and our intentions when coming out here is to be making money. So let me know what your guys' thoughts on changing the word tip. I think it could be a good thing, but I also think that the base pay for us drivers needs to go up. Not everything needs to be put off on the customer. I like to order from time to time, and it is expensive ordering. It's a luxury when you order, because you're not having to go get in your own car, start up your car and go get the order. You're actually having a driver go out there, start up their car, use their own resources to go get your order from the restaurant. Sometimes they have to wait for it and then drive it to you. So let me know your guys' thoughts on this whole thing, but this brought up a very good question, and I've heard it time and time that the word tip should be changed to something else. But of course, let me know what you guys think about this. I'm going to get the apps turned on, and hopefully we can get these wheels moving right off the bat. Of course, you know how it goes. There's always those declines, but once in a while, I'll start off with a good one, and hopefully that'll be the case for tonight. I'll let you guys know. So DoorDash had to start the night off with a decline. Not surprised. $9.75 sounds nice, but not for 8.2 miles. And this was going to take me into another city. Regardless, the miles are just too high for $9.75. That was a decline. literally right after I declined that, Uber Eats came through with a reasonable offer, $8.08. Now, I did go into my opportunities and sign up for a $1.50 boost between a certain time period, so that is included in the $8.08. It's for 3.7 miles for Red Robin. Now, when I was about to talk to you guys and let you guys know what I declined and accepted, Uber Eats sent me an add-on, a good one that I couldn't refuse for Red Robins. I love it when it's at the same restaurant because you can grab them both and go just, I'm hoping both of them are ready or close to being ready. $6.56 for 2.2 miles. So we're gonna go in there and check, and I haven't been to this Red Robins in a while, so hopefully things are running smooth in there, and hopefully there isn't too long of a wait. We're heading in. I need to check on 2 orders, Haley J and Anthony Z.
And can I see the order number for the Anthony Z one? Because we've been having issues with
have you?
Yeah.
Let's see, does it show? Oh, there it is at the top.
Chicken cheeseburger. That's the old one, are you sure?
Yeah, this 634, well, is that?
That, but like, is it the same items or is it different items? Someone have, can you scroll down?
Yeah.
I don't want to.
Bacon cheeseburger.
No, those are the same. We have the Anthony Z one again.
Okay, perfect. I will take that. Can you take the next 8 top to Isaac?
She has Anthony and Haley,
Okay.
right? Haley?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Let me just verify the order numbers because there was one that canceled earlier. I want to make sure we got the right one now.
That's
60.
They need 4 kids menus.
It has the same stuff in it.
It's just like they reordered it. It's not like a differential thing.
okay. Thank you guys.
Okay, let's make sure we have everything. So, so accepting orders. So you have Haley's one, correct?
Yes.
So Haley, right here, with 1 drink.
Okay, the iced tea.
Yep.
Okay.
Kids iced tea. And then you have Anthony Z.
Anthony.
New message from Anthony C. Hey there, do they have some kind of issue with the order? I've had to order it twice and they seem to have trouble completing it.
Okay.
You can let them know that their drivers are stealing it.
Oh, goodness.
Yes.
Well, I appreciate you guys taking care of it.
And then so this is his drink right here.
Okay, perfect. All right. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
All right, guys, got both orders, but I guess one of the orders was having issues because they were kind of talking amongst themselves. Sounds like they ended up having to remake it, or the customer reordered. Well, the customer messaged me when I was standing there when they were bringing out the orders. This is what the customer said. They said, hey there, do you have some kind of issue with the order? I've had to order it twice and they seem to have trouble completing it. I wanted to inform you, they're messaging me, I wanted to inform you before they potentially waste your time waiting, which is very thoughtful of them. But I was informed by the manager who brought the order out that the previous order, sounds like he ordered twice before, were stolen by another driver, which is completely frustrating. I made a video about this recently. Just very frustrating for the customer. So I apologize to them. I let them know that I have their order, that I'm on their way. Thankfully, they're the first drop off. So let's go get them their food. I'm sure they are very hungry. And yeah, that's just frustrating. We're on our way. So got that customer their order. I asked them how long that they had been waiting, and they've been waiting an hour and a half, which is just ridiculous. Surprisingly, they ended up ordering the food again, and luckily I got the order to be able to get it to the customer. But we are on our way to drop off the next customer's order. Already drove a little bit, 6 more minutes, 2.5 miles, and it is a house leave at door. They did leave a note not to knock, just leave at door, thank you so much, which I don't knock. I've mentioned this many times before, unless specified to do so in the app. We're on our way. All right, guys, last Red Robin order was dropped off. I didn't knock, set the order down, so they should be all good to go. Of course, get back into the car. Uber Eats wants to send me a decline right off the bat. $7.65 for 7.6 miles. That's an absolute no. So we're gonna see what else we can line up, and hopefully I'll get something soon. I'll let you guys know. So of course there have been some declines, but I will save you guys on that. I did get a reasonable offer. It didn't take me very long at all after I dropped off the last order. $8.05 for 3 miles. So we're heading to Ma now, which is a Thai restaurant, and I ended up getting an add-on, but it was not a good one at all. $5.11 for 5.3 miles. That's an absolute no for me. So we're gonna go in there and get this Thai food. Usually they're pretty good, and hopefully they'll have the order ready so we can get these wheels back to moving. Yes, for that name. Awesome, thank you. Order was ready, sitting on the shelf for me, which is awesome. The only thing with this restaurant is you have to wait for somebody to actually hand you the order. You can't just grab it off the shelf. So I got the order. Customer 6 minutes, 2.4 miles. We're on our way. Another easy drop off is one of those housing developments to where you have to kind of park on the side of the street and walk in, but they have like the addresses on the outside of the path so you know where you're at. Very well marked, easy to find, which I like because sometimes newer developments can be kind of confusing and hard to find, but this was an easy one, thank goodness. But tonight has actually been pretty good. Of course, you're gonna always have your declines, but I feel like I haven't declined as much you know, starting off, and have gotten some reasonable offers and a reasonable add-on. Feel bad for the guy that had to wait, what did he say, an hour and a half for his food. I mean, I wouldn't be happy at all if I had to wait an hour and a half and then find out, you know, a driver stole my order and you've been waiting. But he was very patient and nice when I got him his food. But Uber Eats definitely needs to do something about this, or, you know, like you guys have mentioned before, have the restaurants make sure drivers are confirming the orders before leaving to prevent this type of stuff from happening, because it's frustrating for us drivers and it's definitely frustrating for the customer. They're waiting for a driver to bring them their food and it keeps disappearing. Very, very frustrating, especially when you're hungry. So, but I'm happy I was able to get him his food. But I'm gonna go ahead and leave you guys right here. Always so much appreciate you guys riding along with me, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye guys.